welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, then welcome. My name is Maddie, and today I will be reacting to the preview images for Fruits Basket Season 3, Episode 8. I don't ever react to the preview images. I would, but it usually would mean I'd have to get up really early in order to see them, because I need to see them as soon as possible, because then I can't be on Instagram, which is like it's not that big of a deal. Why can't you be on Instagram for a few hours? But it's like, what else am I supposed to do? That's what happens when part of your job is social media, I guess. But I wanted to do it for this episode just because this episode is so important and revolutionary, and I have been really anticipating these preview images. And because the anime has been so unpredictable in what they're going to include in each episode, just because they're rearranging chapters, there are probably some things I don't expect to be in this episode that might be fun to just react to, because I don't know what's coming. And also because I anticipate that these are going to be some pretty heart-wrenching images, so I'm sure I'll have kind of a reaction to those, because this is going to be a heartbreaking episode. So I'm going to go ahead and look at them for the first time, and let's see what's in there. And I kind of already spoiled it myself. It's hard to view each image individually because they're all spread out on the page, so it's like I kind of skipped ahead on accident, but it's okay. I didn't fully glance at them yet. Yeah, reactions with pictures is kind of hard when they're all spread out on the website, but you know, it's just how it is. Anyway, this first one is of Kyo and Kyoko, so that means that this episode will include more of their whole backstory together, and I think that also means the truth about the hat is going to come up, which this video won't include any spoilers, just in case. I have anime onlys here, but just be aware that we will get more into the hat. Actually, we'll get the full picture of how the hat applies not only just to Yuki, but also Kyo and what he has to do with that whole scenario. So that's coming up. I've been waiting for that, and I knew it was coming, and it makes sense that it's in this episode. So that is awesome. And then the next one is, oh yeah, I hate it. Like I said, next one will be heartbreaking, and part of that, actually a lot of that, is going to come with Kyo just being so sad and depressed, and I'm not ready for that because I do not like seeing him that way. And in this episode, he's going to have one of the worst breakdowns he's ever had. He hasn't had as bad of a breakdown since the true form arc, and in this episode it's probably going to be just as bad. So I am preparing myself for that because I remember reading this scene in the manga, and every time I read it I just break down in tears because I feel so bad for him, and it's just so heartbreaking. So I'm not ready to see him sad at all. He's going to be going through a lot in this one. And then that's just Kyoko. I love her long hair. I like her with short hair too, but the long hair is very, very, very pretty. I always wondered why she decided to cut it, but I mean, both styles work. And then this one, it looks like, yeah, it's Kyoko showing Kyo the picture of Toru. That's when he saw her for the first time. I do believe it was love at first sight, just based on that photo. He grew fond of her instantly, just from a picture. It's so cute. And yep, that indicates that the hat will be talked about in this one. Oh, and I know exactly what that moment is. It's really sad. Oh. It's like I'd have a lot more to say in this video if I could talk about spoilers, but I don't wanna. So, but yeah, during the whole hat situation, Kyo was very, very, very upset. So that's also gonna be pretty, pretty sad. This one, oh yeah, poor baby. That's all I can say. He just gets so depressed and And Toru was right there. I wish she was able to hug him, but he probably would not have let her anyway, because you'll see. You'll just see. And then there's Kyoko and Toru. I love how we get some stills throughout the anime of them together. You just really get to get little glimpses of the relationship just from those little stills we get. There's so many of them, and they're always so pretty. They always look so happy. I just wish she still had her mom, obviously, like we all do. And then there's Yuki. He'll be in this episode just a little bit, but not much. He wasn't in the last episode a lot either. He really has been on the back burner lately, but he had a main spot in season 2, so it makes sense that he kind of starts to go off screen a little during season 3, so, but he'll be in this one a little. Yeah, and then there's another one of Kyo. He just looks so depressed in all these images. I hate it. My heart is really going to break. I try to prepare myself, but then I'll never be ready. I don't think any of us will ever be ready, especially because we didn't anticipate for this scene to come so soon, so we're really not prepared. Oh, and this one's of Toru, I think. Yes! Oh my god, girl. She's just going to have such an epic moment next episode. We're going to see her be a way we've never seen her be before, and it's going to be fantastic. It's really going to speak to how great her development is. She gets pretty stubborn, that's what I'll say. She acts a way we never see her act, but it works. It's not like a whole personality shift. It's something that's been slowly building up because she's been holding a lot inside of her, and she might just need to let it out. So that's what's going to happen. It's going to be pretty awesome. Yeah, there's another one of Toru. She's also going to be so sad during this one, poor thing. It's going to be brutal. I don't want to see her heart break either. It's going to be so awful. And then we have one more. Oh, okay. Alright, so I can tell from now that we've seen the last picture just what this episode is going to include, and it's including everything I thought it would. I didn't know if they were going to throw anything else from other chapters in there. They just might. They just didn't include it in the preview images, but yeah, I have a feeling of what's going to happen. I think we're going to get that conversation between Kyo and Toru, a bit of the backstory about the hat, and then we'll leave off on a cliffhanger yet again. Like, there's just going to be a lot of cliffhangers during the last season, which makes sense because we're at the climax, and climaxes usually involve cliffhangers. So there's just going to be a lot of them from here on out. And this one is probably going to have a big one. So that means I don't think the cliff scene, the aftermath of the cliff scene, will be happening during this episode, but I think it will happen next episode, and that's going to be insane and emotional, and it's also going to give me a lot of feels. It's just going to give me so many mixed emotions. So that'll be probably in episode 9, but this one will just be a lot of depression. So prepare yourselves. That's all I'm going to say. I'm trying to prepare myself. I'm nervous, but I'm also so excited because this is content I've been wanting to see for years, and it's finally happening, and I can't believe it, and I'm going to go insane. So yeah, the most heartbreaking preview images ever. I hate seeing Kyo look so sad. I never want to see him like that. But he is going through a lot in this one. As we've seen, he's had so much turmoil recently because the memory of Kyoko's death has resurfaced again, so he's thinking about that. And now Toru is going to have a conversation with him that is going to hurt him even more because he's going through all of that. She really picked the worst timing to have this conversation with him. The worst timing. I believe if she had done this earlier, it still wouldn't have gone well, but Kyo wouldn't have had as brutal of a reaction back then as he would during this episode, just because so many of these memories have come back to him. And he's just been thinking about it, and it's been weighing on him more than ever. She just picked the worst timing. I'm like, girl, you've known each other for 3 years, right? Like, you could have told him earlier, and it wouldn't have been as bad. She has to let this out, too. She's been holding all this in forever, and now she finally has the motivation to let it all out. It just had to be at this time, which is the worst timing. Worst timing, girl. But it is what it is, and it just makes for a more climactic scene, I guess. Alrighty, I guess that's it. I will be back on Tuesday to react to episode 8. Once again, really looking forward to it, and look out for it then if you would like to see my reaction. And it should be a great episode, so really excited. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more anime-related videos and anime reactions. And also be sure to follow me on Instagram. That is my Fruits Basket fan page. So if you love this series, you should definitely follow it. I'll have it linked in the description box, and I'll be back really soon. Bye!